My understanding is that American intel told President Biden that the Russians would win this quick and early. If that is true, how could they have been so wrong?
Well, it wasn't just American intel. Remember, General Miley briefed U.S. Congress about a week or so before the conflict. The same thing. He said he thought Kiev would be taken within 72 hours. Yours truly wrote a tweet where I said this war would be over in a week or so. How did we get it wrong? I think none of us anticipated the constraints that were placed on the Russian military by the special military operation. Almost everybody who projected a war with Ukraine assumed the Russians would come in doctrinally, bringing the full weight of their military capability to play and roll over the Ukrainians. There were two assumptions there. One, that the Russians would operate doctrinally, and two, that the Ukrainians would not resist. We were wrong on both. We were wrong on how the Russians would proceed. And I think the Ukrainians shocked the living you-know-what out of everybody by putting up the fight they did. You have to give hats off to the Ukrainians. They fight like madmen. They're doing a good job. They're honoring their military service. They're losing, but that doesn't mean it's for a lack of trying. They didn't surrender as everybody thought they would. They didn't roll over and play dead. And because the Russians came in soft, because I think the Russians had the same assumption everybody else did, that the Ukrainians were going to chew hoy and surrender. When the Ukrainians didn't, it became clear to the Russians that they had insufficient forces to the task, and they've been playing catch-up ever since. They had to go to a maneuver warfare scheme, try and shape the battlefield. And phase two was to concentrate forces on the Donbass, which they were succeeding in grinding down the Ukrainians, killing and wounding over 100,000 of them. But then NATO kicks in with tens of billions of dollars, which was unexpected by anybody, changed the nature of the game, and now Russia's responding to it.